Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I'm your host, BitBoy. We've got so much going on right now. I got a lot of stuff in the works I can't wait to tell you guys about. But today, I'm going to be telling you about one thing I did along with some crypto news that is pretty exciting that I can share. So another thing I want to let you guys know about is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you are here at the channel. We are going to be doing a massive YouTuber live stream. It's going to be with me, Crypto Love, Crypto Beatles, Crypto Disruption. I Love Crypto is going to be there. Keith Waring, Miggity Miner, so many. It is an extravaganza. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you watch out for that. So today we're going to be talking about the markets. We're going to be talking about Facebook, the ELIX app, omisego, Microsoft, and the bitfi wallet. So before we jump into the markets here, I want to tell you guys about something that I have done today. I'm very excited about this. There was a specific reason that I'm not going to go into right now, but I'll go into later on in the week or next week about why I did this. But I have now cut the cord with Facebook. I have closed my Facebook account. As you guys know, Facebook is the pinnacle of centralization, of course, along with Google and YouTube. Unfortunately, I kind of need it for the channel right now, but there may come a day where we cut YouTube out and there will be another option, a decentralized option. But with a good conscience, I no longer can sit in front of this screen and tell you guys how bad of a company Facebook is while I still have a Facebook account. So I have cut the cord on it. I closed it down today. It was a big step, I believe, in me decluttering my life in a lot of ways. And this is something that needed to happen. They are all over your personal information. They're selling it out to other people. And yes, I do know that Instagram is part of Facebook, and I am still on Instagram. However, Instagram is not as intrusive of a program or of a website as Facebook is. We all know that. And I'm really glad to be able to do this. And like I said, really just put my money where my mouth is. I think that one thing about our channel here is you guys know that I'm always going to be authentic with you. I'm always going to be real with you. I'm always going to tell you guys what is going on. And that's the beautiful thing about what we're building here with the Bit Squad. There are other channels that have much bigger numbers, but we have really high engagement. And yes, some of it's because of the contest we're doing where we're giving away $500 of Bitcoin. But I get a lot of really heartfelt, thoughtful comments on this channel, on almost all of my videos. And I want you guys to all know that I appreciate you. And when I do things like closing this Facebook account, I hope this encourages maybe some of you guys to decide to do the same thing. Of course, not social media advice. Do your own research. Who knows? But anyway, guys, all right, let's get back to the markets. I am back from out of town. I've been in Florida for several days, and now I am back in the ATL, a little bit north, actually. But the markets have greeted me with some green today. So, you know, we've been talking about the last couple of days about how the prices dropped due to the ETF delay announcement. And it seems like really the investors are kind of waking up that I don't think it's going to go down much further from here. I think we're going to go back up. And then if we get another delay announcement later on in the month or next month, we could see an even bigger plunge than we've already seen. But I do think that there was a lot of manipulation pushing that price down on the news, but it was a really big dip that we went on. So because of that, you know, the bears only have so much energy. And the bulls at some point are going to want to take over. Obviously, I don't think it's right now. I don't think we're right at the beginning of a giant run. I think it's going to be slow and ramp up until either we get a decision on the ETF or maybe some bad news regarding something else or maybe having to do with the ETF. I can tell you if the ETF doesn't get approved at all, which eventually it will, but if they do come out and initially deny it, then we're going to go way down. We'll probably go down into the fours, honestly. That's my personal opinion. But anyway, so we're looking at the markets right now. The markets are at $233 billion, up about $10 billion from yesterday, which is fantastic news. We have Bitcoin dominance at 48.9%, so it's really staying steady. The alts are really getting hit the hardest, obviously, during this whole entire last couple of months that we've been in, or really about the last month to 6 weeks of things dropping. But if we look at the biggest winners of the day, we have Monocoin, Chainlink, both up huge. We've got a lot of double-digit winners today, which are good. But, of course, we know that a lot of those are corrections, but you do have some like Monocoin and Chainlink that actually went above where they were before the dip. But as you can see by looking at the rest of the charts, Almost nothing else has done that. Everything, even with a big gain today, is still down more over the last 48 hours than it's up. So I hope that makes sense. But let's look at the biggest losers of the day. We have Odom, GX Chain, Populous, Huobi Token. None of those are down really significantly. Odom is down almost 5%, so somewhat significant. So let's look at the news. We have the 15-year-old kid hacks John McAfee's unhackable cryptocurrency hardware wallet. This whole thing has been a strange trip, as anything involving John McAfee is. So if you don't know about the bitfi wallet, basically John McAfee has been saying it's unhackable. They've had a contest where they will send you a wallet loaded with $10 worth of cryptocurrency on it. And if you can get that $10 off, then they will send you a check for $250,000. So here's the key to the wallet, why it supposedly works. The wallet does not store the private keys on the wallet on the device itself. No, and therefore cannot be hacked. Traditional cold storage methods such as paper wallets or offline computers are vulnerable to the risk of seizure or thefts. Since these methods directly store the private keys, the cryptocurrency is very vulnerable in the event of theft. So basically the bitfi wallet is supposed to be unhackable. It's supposed to be a better way to store things than even offline cold storage. So a 15-year-old supposedly has hacked the wallet. Now, I was unclear reading this whether he was actually able to remove the cryptocurrency. Well, here it says that no one has claimed to be able to remove the cryptocurrency, but he was able to hack it and play Doom on the wallet. There's no volume here. So as you can see, it looks kind of like an iPhone really when it's flipped over. He's playing Doom. Later on, this user would go on to say that he intentionally used the game Doom to mean impending doom for the wallet. But I don't really know much about what this proves, but I know one thing. I've learned if John McAfee is shilling it, you should probably stay away from it. Now, I don't hate John McAfee. I think he's good for crypto in a lot of ways. I was really excited to go to the Blockchain World Conference and supposedly get to meet him and listen to him speak. But of course, he didn't show up. But he at least did do a live stream for us, and there were a lot of questions in the audience. I could have asked him a question, but I didn't. But, you know, like I've said before, I think he's great for crypto. I think he's probably a bad person. So those are my 2 cents on it. I think that's pretty common with a lot of celebrities, honestly, in my opinion. So, okay, the ELIX app is available on the Apple and Google Play stores. Wanted to make you guys aware of this. This is from the project Elixir. We've actually done a review on this. It is a bit of a lending platform, and I'm actually going to be putting out a review on this app here in just a little bit. As you guys know, I'm very bullish on apps on cryptocurrency. I think that is the way we're really going to get the word out of crypto, is having apps inside of the app stores, Google, or of course iTunes, or the Apple Store, or whatever you call it, the App Store, where you can buy or where you can download apps that are cryptocurrency related. Dent has a very popular one. Obviously, we've already looked at the VeChain Thor mobile wallet. We've looked at the Dash mobile wallet, the Arc mobile wallet, and this also has a wallet contained inside of it. Also, I'm going to show you guys how to set that up here in a little bit on a different video, but very excited for ELIX to be able to put this out. And, very excited to see the progress of this project. If you guys know Crypto Wendy O, she loves this project a whole lot. I'm waiting to see if I was one of the winners. They had a big contest for a bounty. I sure would like to be a winner, would like to own some ELIX. It would be nice. So, omisego, this is just one of those things, guys. Omisego payments channel reaches 10,000 transactions per second. Yes! But do we have any need for it? I don't know. And this is not an indictment on omisego by any stretch of the imagination. Like, good for them for being able to get to a place of scalability where you can do 10,000 transactions per second. But we don't have 10,000 transactions per second in all of cryptocurrency. Visa can only do 24,000 transactions per second. And you know how many people need Visa cards. So it's nice to see projects like omisego, Komodo, Zilliqa be able to process absolutely insane amounts of transactions at one time, but we're putting the cart a little before the horse on this one. We really need to be able to have working crypto platforms where people can spend crypto. Obviously, the ICE-backed project backed, B-A-A-K-T, or B-A-K-K-T, which is the big news that came out last week, how the New York Stock Exchange parent company ICE was going to be releasing a platform where you're going to be able to buy, sell, trade, and spend cryptocurrency, maybe even at through Microsoft or at Starbucks, things like that. That is really exciting news. That is what we need to hear. We need to hear a way for people to actually spend their cryptocurrency, which brings up the point that, you know, we all know that hodling is one of the strategies people use in cryptocurrency. But the thing is, if everybody's going to hodl, nobody's going to spend their crypto. And then eventually people are going to figure that out and it's not going to be worth anything. So it really is important, I believe, for us to create some new channels to be able to have crypto transactions. So something like this would actually be necessary. But at the same time, we also need people to be spending their crypto. So I don't know, maybe you want to, when we have those avenues, maybe you want to have some bags that you have for holding or hodling, and then you have some bags for spending. It's just something to consider. I think it's very important. I can feel Andy from the Coin Boys wagging his finger at me, but that's another story. Maybe if you're on Twitter, you've seen Anthony Cricket. So I'll put a picture of him on the screen. That's my friend, Anthony Cricket. Okay, guys, so Microsoft new Ethereum blockchain product gets rid of mining. Announced on Tuesday, Ethereum proof of authority on Azure allows enterprises to build applications on an Ethereum blockchain that is not secured by a proof of work consensus algorithm and consequently does not require mining, features that are better suited for networks in which participants do not trust one another. So basically, Microsoft is working with Ethereum on this new service. It's going to be called Blockchain as a Service, BaaS, and they're not going to be using proof of work. And if you didn't know, maybe you do know, if you watched our Ethereum video, you would know this, that Ethereum is moving away from proof of work and into proof of stake. And this is a trend that we've been seeing pretty much across the board, as people are scared of 51% attacks when it comes to mining. Even though they have a lot, the mining projects seem to have a lot more security, but at the same time, there are complications with that also. So I'm going to throw out a crazy statement here. Here's a prediction. I think within 5 years from now, I don't think there will be proof of work. I don't think mining will be a thing. A lot of that it would be contributed to the power consumption. With proof of stake, you don't need the power consumption. And as Bitmain just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger and starts moving towards a centralized Bitcoin, we're going to have to do something different. And I do believe it may come sooner than that. I believe eventually Bitcoin even will change from proof of work. Just my personal opinion. Don't shoot the messenger. You may tell me that's not even possible. I've read some stuff that says that it is possible to make that change. I'm not saying I'm in favor of that change, but let's just face facts, guys. If Bitmain is basically going to take over Bitcoin, which is what it feels like they're doing right now, holding 43% of the hash power of all Bitcoin right now, and that's divided between two different pools that they have, so they're trying to hide it a little bit. It's in plain sight. Anyone who knows about it knows that they have the two biggest pools and they're actually the same company. But, you know, it's just not a good thing when you have one place dictating that much of the space. So hopefully we will see maybe another company rise up and challenge them, or maybe Bitmain will get smart and maybe they'll just start mining other stuff and lower that number so it doesn't get close to 50% or 51%. That's pretty sketchy. Now, there has at one time, I can't remember the name, but at one time there was a pool that actually did have over 50% of the hash power in mining Bitcoin. And excuse me if I get my terminology a little bit off. I'm not a miner myself. Would like to get into it possibly in the future. But I think that, you know, when that happened, when there was a pool that took over 50% of Bitcoin, it really wasn't that big of a deal. And I don't think it was for very long, but the system didn't fall or anything like that. So it is something that, you know, I think it is a concern, but it also may not be doomsday. But at the end of the day, I do think that eventually most of these projects, if not all of them, will get rid of proof of work and move to, you know, we have proof of stake. We have proof of believability with Internet of Services token. We have proof of so many different things. So many different cryptocurrencies have come came up with their own consensus algorithms, that I just think that that is the direction we're moving in. So everybody, thanks so much for watching. Glad to be back. Like I said, watch tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Huge YouTube bonanza extravaganza. Don't forget to enter our $500 Bitcoin giveaway contest. You can check the details of that below. We're getting pretty close to the end here. Just a couple more weeks, maybe 3 more weeks of the contest. Don't forget, become a member of the Bit Squad. Click the subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, BitBoy out.